All right, let's just jump right in. We're about to explore some animal facts that sound completely made up. I mean, these are truths from the natural world that are so mind bending, you're going to think I'm pulling your leg. But I promise, every single thing we're about to talk about is 100% real. So let me ask you, how well do you really know the creatures we share this planet with? You might think you have a pretty good grasp on things. But what if I told you that reality is way, way stranger than anything you could have imagined? Let's put that to the test.
Okay, first up, we have the body benders. These are the animals that look at the rulebook of biology and just tear it to shreds. They do things that shouldn't be possible.
And I don't mean they just get a little frosty. The wood frog can freeze so solid that its heart literally stops beating. Its brain shows no activity. It's basically in a state of suspended animation, thanks to a kind of natural antifreeze that protects its cells. And then, when spring rolls around, it just thaws out and hops away like nothing ever happened. It's like biological cryogenics, but it's happening in a pond probably not too far from you. Think about how you breathe for a second. Big deep breath in, big breath out. Lungs, got it? Okay, now just throw that entire concept out the window. Ants, and a lot of other insects, have this totally different system. They've got these tiny holes called spiracles all over their bodies that lead to a network of tubes. Oxygen just seeps right in. It's an incredibly efficient and honestly kind of alien way to stay alive. You heard that right. When a horned lizard gets scared, it can build up a ton of pressure in its head, rupture tiny blood vessels in its eyelids, and shoot a stream of its own blood up to several feet. And get this, the blood has a foul taste because of all the ants it eats. It is, without a doubt, one of the most metal and effective defense mechanisms out there. We all love a good nap, right? But can you imagine taking a nap that lasts for 3 years? Some snails can do exactly that. They enter this deep hibernation state to survive things like extreme heat or drought. So next time you see a snail, just think, it might be waking up from a nap that started years ago. It's really hard to wrap your head around just how enormous a blue whale is, so try this on for size. Its heart is about the size and weight of a small car. A small car, and its main arteries are so big that a full-grown human could swim through them. It's an engine built on a scale that we can barely even comprehend. So, if those animals bend the rules of biology, our next group, well, they have what you could only describe as superpowers. These are the super survivors. They use these extraordinary skills to hunt, to hide, and to totally dominate their environment. Yep. Down in the deep, dark ocean where there's no sunlight, what do? You make your own light. Some sharks, like the kitefin shark, use something called bioluminescence. This glow can hide their silhouette from predators lurking below, or even act as a lure for smaller, curious fish. It's a flashlight, a cloaking device, and a dinner bell, all rolled into one. Elephants communicate using these deep, rumbling sounds, a lot of which are too low for our ears to even pick up. But here's the incredible part. Those sounds don't just travel through the air, they travel through the ground as vibrations. And elephants can actually detect these vibrations through their feet, decoding messages from other elephants miles and miles away. It's a secret communication network right under their toes. A hummingbird's wings don't just flap up and down. They rotate in this figure-8 pattern, buzzing up to 80 times a second. This gives them this amazing aerial control. They can hover perfectly still, fly straight backward, even do a little flip upside down. They are without question the acrobatic masters of the bird world. It looks like something out of a superhero movie. Some penguins, while swimming at top speed, can launch themselves 6 feet straight out of the water to land on the ice. How do they do it? They release a cloud of tiny air bubbles from their feathers, which cuts down on drag and gives them this incredible, explosive boost. Now, these paradise tree snakes don't have wings, so how on earth do they fly? Well, they turn their entire body into one giant wing. As they leap from a branch, they flatten out the rib cage, making their body almost twice as wide. This creates a sort of parachute that catches the air, letting them undulate and glide gracefully to the next tree. Okay, for our last section, we're moving beyond just physical abilities. We're looking at the hidden geniuses of the animal kingdom. And this isn't just about simple instinct anymore. We're talking about planning, problem solving, and complex social behavior that really challenges our whole definition of intelligence. This is absolutely wild. While most of life evolves slowly over generations through changes in DNA, octopuses can actually edit their own RNA on the fly. This lets them, for example, tweak the proteins in their brain to instantly adapt to a sudden drop in water temperature. It's like having a biological supercomputer that can rewrite its own code in real time.
We like to think that planning ahead is a uniquely human thing, right? Well, ravens would like a word. Studies have shown they can figure out which tool they'll need for a future problem, and they will actually trade a treat they could have right now for that tool. That shows an understanding of the future and delayed gratification that is just incredibly rare.
Most people think the queen bee is the boss, telling everyone where to go. But the truth is, it's a democracy. Scout bees go out, find potential new homes, and come back to campaign for their favorite spot, using something called a waggle dance. The better the spot, the more excited the dance. Other bees go check it out, and eventually a consensus is reached, and the whole swarm gets behind one location. It's an amazing collective decision. Think about this for a second. Inside a chrysalis, a caterpillar essentially dissolves into a liquid soup of cells before being completely rebuilt as a butterfly. It's one of the most radical transformations imaginable. And yet, scientists have found that memories formed as a caterpillar, like learning to avoid a certain smell, can actually survive that entire process. A sense of self somehow carries through. For about a week, working 24 hours a day, a tiny male pufferfish uses just his fins to carve this stunning, intricate geometric pattern in the sand. It's a masterpiece, several feet wide. And if a female is impressed with his artwork, she'll lay her eggs right in the center. This isn't just building a nest, it's pure artistry in the name of love. So when you put all of this together, from frogs that cheat death, to bees that vote, to fish that are artists, you realize something pretty profound. Life on this planet isn't just a simple, brutal story of survival. It is a spectacular tapestry of innovation, of complex thought, and of stunning creativity that we're really only just beginning to appreciate. And that, I think, is the most exciting part of all. For every one of these facts we've just covered, there are thousands of others still hidden out there in the jungles, the deserts, the deep oceans. It just makes you wonder, what else is out there, just waiting to completely change everything we think we know?